Welcome back to Left, Right and Centre Part 2. In this part, we are actually going to talk about a story which has become a talk of each and every WhatsApp group, each and every evening conversation, office water cooler conversation, the death of the elephant in Palakkad. Let's quickly show you those pictures. This was an elephant. In fact, let's take a look at this presentation where you will see that elephant. She was standing, she was pregnant. She ate something which was laced with explosives. It exploded inside her, and for 3 days she couldn't eat anything and died standing in water. This is her story.
Almost a week since the killing of a pregnant elephant in Kerala's Manarkad forest range of Palakkad, 3 suspects have been questioned. The elephant had died of mouth injuries, suspected to be from consuming crackers mixed with food, according to officials.
പല്ലിൻ്റെ ഭാഗം പൂർണ്ണമായിട്ടും തകർന്നു പോയിട്ടുണ്ട്, നാവിന് ഇഞ്ചറി ഉണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അതിന് ഭക്ഷണം എടുക്കാൻ പ്രയാസമുണ്ട്.
The reactions quickly turned political. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said the centre has sought for a report, though incorrectly claiming that the incident happened in Malappuram, whereas it happened in Palakkad.
This is very cruel and this is not Indian culture.
Assuring all action, Chief Minister of Kerala tweeted, condemning the hate. Having said that, we are saddened by the fact that some have used this tragedy to unleash a hate campaign. Lies built upon inaccurate descriptions and half-truths were employed to obliterate the truth. Some even tried to import bigotry into the narrative. Wrong priorities. Social media posts from several celebrities reflected shock and pain not only on the elephant's death, but some, like actress Parvati, condemned attempts of communalizing the incident. The tragic death of the pregnant elephant again raising huge concerns over man-animal conflict and the need to find common ground. With camera person SP Babu, Sneha Koshi for NDTV.
So it's important to know in every story before you start forming an opinion what exactly happened. So here's a look at what exactly happened. A pregnant elephant strayed into a village in Palakkad in search of food. The pregnant elephant was found in fact with her mouth injured. The pregnant elephant was suspected to have eaten something with or laced with crackers or explosives. That explosive or that substance exploded in the elephant's mouth is the information that we have. This is all the information we have gathered. Our colleague Sneha Mary Koshi has been able to gather. For days the pregnant elephant walked in that pool in agonizing pain. The elephant went into the river and stood with mouth and trunk in the water. She was still alive, and then after that she died. Elephant may have in fact starved for 20 days is what officials are telling us. 2 captive elephants were then sent to rescue the pregnant elephant, but then by that time they found out that she died in that water body. Now what has started happening, there is also this whole theory about whether this is killing or an accident. This is all a subject matter of investigation. The Kerala Chief Minister is saying that he's focusing on 3 suspects. A top wildlife officer says that the intentional act to kill the elephant could in fact not be there. Villagers often use explosive-filled fruit as protection from wild boars and wild animals. This is quite prevalent. Of course, inhuman in itself, but that will be a subject matter of discussion. So this point is also in fact a matter of discussion. But there is an unfortunate hate politics. The same narrative of Hindu-Muslim is being practiced. Left versus right is happening. Netas have played the very typical game, unfortunately, that they play in almost every situation. Malappuram, this is Menaka Gandhi, says perhaps the most disturbed district. Every year around 600 elephants are killed in Kerala. Rahul Gandhi is from that area. Why hasn't he taken action? She says that Malappuram is an area where Hindu-Muslim trouble keeps on happening. Prakash Javadekar says this is not Indian culture to feed crackers and kill. Well, it is there in no culture to feed crackers to animals. Pinarayi Vijayan then says that some have used this tragedy, to unleash a hate campaign, and some even try to import bigotry into their narrative. So that's unfortunately the sad reality as far as the political blame game is concerned. Let me now introduce my guests on this show. I've got Mr. M.B. Rajesh. He joins us. Mr. M.B. Rajesh, thank you so much. You are from the CPM, Kerala State Committee member and former Lok Sabha MP. Vivek Reddy, leader of the BJP. Gauri Moleki, trustee, People for Animals. Sona Mahapatra, the noted singer who tweeted a very emotional appeal, will also be joining us, and Gaurav Gogoi, Lok Sabha MP of the Congress, will also be with us. M.B. Rajesh, let me begin with you. Important questions that are being asked as of this moment is that, yes, obviously, we should not indulge in politics, and that too of this hate kind. But at the same time, is it not true that the Kerala government was rewarding people for finding out ways to either kill or eliminate the menace of the wild boars, and thus they came up with this solution? In fact, there was some order which would give people 1,000 rupees.
No, I'm not aware of such an order. In fact, Kerala has set a better example of protecting wildlife. The Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary has become a global model of protecting wildlife. And the number of mammals, big mammals in Kerala has actually increased. The forest cover has also increased. So these are the facts. So despite these facts, Maneka Gandhi made very untrue remarks about Kerala, not only about Malappuram, the political aspect. It was factually incorrect to blame that Kerala has rewarded people to kill wildlife.
Okay, Gauri Moleki is also with us, trustee of People for Animals. Gauri, I just spoke to Mr. M.B. Rajesh, who says he's not aware of any order where 1,000 rupees will be given as reward for to people who are able to tackle the menace of wild boars. Would you like to, because you know, you and I were talking on an earlier show, and I actually borrowed from what you said.
Correct. So perhaps the gentleman who spoke before me did not do his homework, because this order, I've just WhatsApped it to your correspondent. It was passed on the 18th of May, and it's only after that that people are now excited about hunting, which was actually banned in 1972 by promulgating the Wildlife Protection Act, and hunting of any Indian wild animal was banned. Now people are being encouraged to, kill wild boar, and obviously they can't wrestle them down or kill them by hand. So they have to resort to things like lacing eatables with poison or explosives, or setting up snares and killing them in whatever way. Now, unfortunately, this time this pineapple was picked up by the elephant. And she died a miserable death which has shaken the conscience of this country. However, I might also add that this is not unique to Kerala at all. However cruel Kerala may have been in the treatment of its elephants in temples, etc., this same policy is also applicable in Himachal Pradesh, where monkeys are being killed and people are being rewarded for bringing dead bodies of monkeys. And surely people can't climb trees and wrestle monkeys down. So they are also putting poisons and explosives in forests. It's just a stupid policy made by people who have no conscience.
Mr. M.B. Rajesh, would you like to respond now?
They can't see repercussions of this that's happening. And both notifications of Kerala and Himachal Pradesh have been sent to you, and your
Mr. M.B. Rajesh, it's very clear.
So cannot be denied.
I can only tell you that the Kerala government has not given reward to any people.
1,000 rupees reward. Please do your homework. Read the notification. This is that's the whole crux of it. It was not one pineapple. It was many pineapples, and they must have been eaten by so many animals. This particular elephant came out of the Silent Valley. She came out of Palakkad. She died in Malappuram. Everybody saw it. There's so many more that must have died. So many babies, pregnant, all kinds of creatures must have died eating this poison in the forest. They were never found out.
Gauri, let's give him the right to reply. Mr. M.B. Rajesh, quickly. Gaurav Gogoi is also with us.
Sure.
You address the questions to me, and this lady is not allowing me to complete.
No, please complete, sir, very quickly.
Sentence. See, what I am saying is that I don't have any quarrel with this lady regarding the protection of wildlife. I am of the view that what happened happened in Palakkad was...
Oh, we seem to have lost that audio and video connection. Yeah, Mr. Rajesh is back. Yeah, please continue. We lost your connection, Mr. Rajesh. Sir, please continue.
The government of Kerala has not given any reward to any single individual for killing wildlife. I am not aware of this order, but I can surely tell you that nobody has been rewarded for killing wildlife.
Okay. Okay. So there is what Gauri Moleki seems to be saying is that there is an order. MB Rajesh said that nobody has been rewarded. The point is, this order in itself is draconian. And if it exists, which Gauri Moleki says it does, then this is draconian, and that is forcing people to hunt and do injustice.
It's been issued
and
by
perhaps
the
we'll see
additional
more
chief
of this.
secretary.
Today it is just this one elephant, tomorrow it will be some other animal. Today she consumed that fruit or whatever piece of edible, tomorrow it will be some other animal. Gaurav Gogoi very quickly, and Vivek Reddy is also with us. First Vivek. Vivek, your party, many leaders of your party seem to be bringing in the time-tested, known, left versus right narrative, Hindu-Muslim narrative, that area of Mallapuram, which by the way this incident happened in Palakkad, not Mallapuram. They are 2.5 hours away by road. So I hope leaders of your party know this. Vivek Reddy.
Well, Sanket,
why politicize?
I don't think there is any left versus right here or any attempt to bring in politics here. The Union Ministry, Mr. Prakash Javadekar in particular, has very clearly said that there has to be an investigation into this incident, and that we have to come out with the clear truth and the bare facts. But what really is quite shocking, that even after about a week from May 27th, we still have had no investigation, and the elephant there, which died on 27th, was there for about 15 days in water, and it died. It met its death in a watery grave. But there was no body in the entire state of Kerala. The government apparatus has totally failed in really bringing up solutions or really hunting the criminals. This is number one. The second issue, therefore, Mr. Prakash Javadekar has said very clearly that, look here, there has to be a clear investigation and we have to come out with the facts. The second issue is, Maneka Gandhi has pointed out certain issues which is prevalent in those districts. And this is also more shocking than the elephant issue, because she has said that birds are being killed in numbers of 200, 300 and 400 by using small bombs. And this is again a practice which is prevalent there. Now, Maneka Gandhi, we don't know the reality of it, but Maneka Gandhi never makes a statement which is not authentic. Now, why is this practice prevalent there? This is the question.
No, my point, Vivek Reddy, see, the point over here is, Gaurav Gogoi, and I read your tweet also, where you quote-tweeted certain leaders and said that I hope you are equally concerned about the elephants of Assam as well. Their elephant corridor is being destroyed. So is this some special love? What were you actually trying to say? That BJP's special love and care for the wildlife in Kerala and not any other part of the country?
Well, first of all, Sanket, let us be very sure that, this incident of the death of the elephant has shocked everybody, and everybody feels, anguished by the images and by the stories. I do believe that the left government in Kerala should have been much quicker in order to find the perpetrators. It seems only after a built-up social media campaign that the left government and the Chief Minister today made a point. But the sympathy that is shown by the Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar unfortunately has not been consistent with his policy for the last so many years. I wish it was consistent and this was the policy. But, during this period of lockdown between when the entire country was locked down, his ministry has cleared 30 projects in ecologically sensitive areas. These are projects which affect elephant corridor. These are projects which affect wildlife biodiversity. So is it because Kerala is an opposition state and as a state that goes to election next year? I mean, his ministry has given so many clearances. His ministry, after 2014, has given the permission to kill nilgai, wild boar, and monkeys. Maneka Gandhi has commented against the culling of wildlife animals in BJP ruled states such as Himachal and Uttarakhand. But the environment minister seems to be quiet. I have written to the environment minister about protecting an elephant corridor in Assam, which the government of India and the state government has given permission for coal operations. So in all these cases, the environment minister has been quiet. In fact, this has been the most pro-corporate environment ministry.
Vivek Reddy, quick right to reply. One moment. Vivek Reddy, you've heard what Gaurav Gogoi has to say, your reply.
I think Gaurav Gogoi is totally deflecting the issue. What is brought in perspective here is a brutal killing of an elephant. What are our answers to this? This goes wholly against our ethos, wholly against the Indian culture, which says live sustainably with animals. Now, if you can't pick up elephant corridor issues, because if there are any projects that are here, it is on the basis of sustainable development. I don't think you can just bring in those things here while discussing this issue. Now, Gaurav Gogoi, what I want to ask you is, in such instances of brutal killing, why are you going away and bringing other excuses and saying that this is trying to build a smoke screen for a government that has been accused of total apathy? The government is answerable, isn't it? The government is accountable, isn't it? Why are you coming and defending it?
No, but at what point, see, I saw a whole host of, and I'm not going to blame you, Vivek Reddy, and very quickly gloss over this and move to a very important part of this discussion, which is beyond politics, on how to make sure that this does not happen again. That is most important, because this has deeply disturbed children. This has deeply disturbed any human being who has feelings in his mind. So, Vivek Reddy, through the day, Mr. M.B. Rajesh, through the day, there has been this discourse that why are left liberals so quiet? Why are they not speaking just because this is Kerala? How do you respond to this narrative? My point is, care for the animals, but not to suit your, check marks in your list.
The left government has never justified this act. The Chief Minister has assured that strict action will be taken. 3 people have been identified, 3 suspects have been identified, and the police and forest officials are continuing the inquiry. See, we are not justifying this as something like for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. We have people who justified massacres like this. So we don't justify. This is a brutal act. This is a cruel act. This should not have happened, and this should not happen in future also. So that is our position. We have not celebrated the killings of anybody. So we won't tolerate injustice, even if it is against an animal. We won't tolerate that injustice.
Gauri Moleki, now I'm going to move beyond politics now and ask the very difficult question to everyone, even the politicians, on the solutions ahead. Because it's very easy to blame, what did you do there, we care about this one, not that state. Gauri Moleki, let's begin with you. Obviously, wild boars are a problem. They wreak havoc. So what else will people do? To solve this problem, what can be done? Which is not inhuman.
So for the simple reason that animals don't vote, every political party basically is, frames policies without keeping them in mind, and favors, agriculturists and whatever that convenience requires them to do. But the good thing done by the center this time is that they have started research on a wildlife population management vaccine called immunocontraception, which has worked very well in African countries. This is currently being clinically tested with the National Institute of Immunology and Wildlife Institute of India. And once that comes into the market, we would have a sustainable, scientific and humane, solution for rhesus macaque, for nilgai, for wild boar, and in certain states where there is too much of an elephant population also, such as Karnataka.
That's an efficient long-term plan.
But because the problem also has been long-term. It's over decades that we have made this problem.
Absolutely, I agree.
In the meantime, the forest department can translocate these animals, the ones that spill out of their habitats.
For instance, this elephant went undetected for a very long time. Sona Mahapatra is also now with us. She's a very famous singer. Sona, welcome to NDTV. I saw your tweet in the morning, which was an extremely emotional tweet written from the heart. I could feel it. It was very clear with the words that you chose to write. I want to know from you, what thought crossed your mind when you saw these pictures, when you saw this story?
Well, the whole world is going through a lockdown, a health crisis, and also a slowing down of sorts. And these are the pictures that, remind you of, puts a huge question mark in front of all of us. Things like progress at what cost, what exactly are we scrambling for? And when you, I've not been binge watching in this lockdown, but I know that I watched this incredible show called The Blue Planet, and I was shocked to find the last 40 years as human beings across the world, we have wiped out 60% of our wildlife, all for our own greed, all for our own, basically consumption, greed, and there are experts who could speak better. But it was just so hard that I really, now feel a certain kind of numbness that the bad news seems to be endless, and yet while there have
you seem to be losing that audio and video connection.
It was for wild boars, XYZ, and I was like, nothing justifies inhuman, absolutely inhuman kind of death for even a wild boar. And I think I barely heard some speaking and there are such vaccines and all. I would like to say that I'm an artist. I can just feel things and talk from an emotional point of view. It's a time, all of us, we have as a culture, even in a symbolic for the joys of living in harmony with, nature, with animals. Here,
I think we are being failed by bandwidth issues as well as technical problems. But I get the point that Sona Mahapatra is trying to make, that beyond this politics of your state, my state, left, right, Hindu, Muslim, is a feeling which has united this country in grief. Let us hope that we don't have to see these pictures again. Be emotional about this. It's a good thing. That's a wrap in this edition of Left, Right and Centre. News continues on the other side. Stay with us.